80s baby, pizza rolls in my fish grease. Blah. Dicky straight from the swap meet. Swag. And the fresh crease white tee. I got it. Yeah, my black and white Chuck tees. Ho.
What's going on, world? It's your boy VO The Face. May 19th, Wednesday. It's hump day. And we here to make sure you don't get screwed. Man, let's get this shit popping. I'm here with my co-host. What's going on? Jay Reeves, the Gambler.
Yo, let's go!
Hey, no. And I'm here with my big bro, Silly C, the numbers. What's going on, Silly?
What up? It's your boy. Haha. Yes.
It's your boy.
Side note, man, I was watching Saturday Night Live over the weekend. I watched one of the clips and they had like a Fauci skit on there. And that fool Scott Fauci jumped up there and did like the damn near the same shit. He was like, "It's your boy, Fauci." I was like, oh shit, he watching the bucket list. But hey, man, make sure if you are watching the bucket list, you subscribe, because if you fucks with us, then you stuck with us. Let's get this shit popping. Remember, when it's you against the sports books, the bucket list has your back. Our first play in game of mention, we got the 10 versus the 9 team. We got the Memphis Grizzlies hosting the San Antonio Spurs. We had an upset today already with the Pacers beating the Charlotte Hornets. Do you guys
There wasn't no upset.
Well, it was because both of y'all lost. I wasn't upset. I'll tell you that right now. I wasn't upset. Both of y'all niggas chose the Hornets and y'all got stung. Hey, you live by the stinger, you die by the stinger. Go ahead. I'm done.
Time out. I was just about to give you your props. You picked that one right. Calm your ass down. You got one pick right.
I'm calm. Can I be happy? Let me live. Let me live, bro. I don't come in your house and pull down your curtains. All right, man, let's get this shit popping. We got the 10 versus the 9. We got San Antonio Spurs visiting the Memphis Grizzlies. Jay Reeves, what's happening in Vegas?
I got the Memphis Grizzlies sitting at -4. I guess we're just going to jump right into this, man. I've been thinking about this game all day today, and I just feel like Pop is going to have these boys ready, man. DeMar DeRozan, DeJounte Murray, they're going to come out and play. These guys have actually been in the playoffs before, so they have a little bit of experience. Last year, Memphis got bumped out in the play-in game. Is that correct? I think it may happen. I think it may happen again.
Yeah. Well, what do you think? Where you gonna put your vote at?
Man, I think I want to take San Antonio.
I'm saying you think. What do you know? What do you know for sure? What's gonna happen?
I want to take San Antonio with the points, but what I know is because I got a big set of onions. Because I'm dropping it right on the money line for San Antonio. I don't even need those points.
All right, man. Well, he's gonna go with the Spurs, man. So we deferring off the bat. I'm going to tell you my pick's gonna be the Memphis Grizzlies, and I'll expand on that, man. Freaking, I just outside this podcast and working and whatnot, I don't have a ton of time to watch all the games. But Sunday I had a ton of time to watch some games, and there was a nationally televised game between the Warriors and the Grizzlies. I got a good look at him. Valanciunas is the truth. I've been following him statistically, but I haven't really seen him between the lines a ton this year. Memphis looked hungry, man. That boy Dylan Brooks out there with the Matt Barnes haircut and the little curl drip. I feel like I didn't know he was that physical, man. He was bodying up Steph. Had he not fouled out with about 8 minutes left in the fourth, that might have been a different outcome. I do believe in these Grizzlies, so that's why I'm going to side with them with the pick, and I'll go ahead and take the points as well, because that's what I do. Cody, what do you think about that game?
So I currently have them at -4 as well. Some interesting numbers. So these two teams have faced each other 102 times in the regular season, with San Antonio winning 74 of them to Memphis Grizzlies 28.
That's unfair, though, because I think that was the record that was going for a while. I don't think they beat him for like Tim Duncan's career.
Can you let me spit his numbers, please?
Yeah, I mean, he can pull out all the numbers. That's not fair. Go.
They've played each other. They've had 24 playoff games, of which they've. Should I stop?
No, you good.
They've had 24 playoff games, of which they've won. The Spurs have won 18, and they've only won 6. They've met 4 times in the uh, 4 out of 5 series have been won by the Spurs, and they've only won once. They've been swept in 3 of those series.
Man.
For for the regular season, the Spurs have only won once. They've played 3 times, and the Memphis Grizzlies have won 2 of those. For this Memphis at home, I'm going with them both to cover the spread and to win this game.
All right, so me and Silly are together on that one. We're both picking Memphis. Some of those losses he was referencing featured Zebo. They featured Mike Conley. Zebo's retired. Mike Conley's in Utah, and Marc Gasol is a Laker. So I don't think they're going to have the same problems. And also, Tim Duncan just got inducted to the Hall of Fame. So they're not going to have the same problems that they've had with the Spurs. I do believe if I had to pick a coach for a one-game scenario, I might go with Greg Popovich, and that's with any coaches in any sports. But yeah, I think with this one, they're just kind of out talented, and I believe the Dylan Brooks factor and the Kyle Anderson, some of those light skins over there, will be the difference makers. But we're gonna push it into the next play-in game on the schedule, and I don't think nobody's heard about this. Nobody's talked about it. It has led every sports show for the past couple of days. So let's talk about it, man. We got LeBron and Steph Curry facing off, single game elimination. Jay Reeves, what is Vegas saying?
They got the Lakers sitting at -5 on this one.
Yeah. Lakers -5. Cody, let me know your pick and give me some numbers on that game. You're a little muted. You're just a little muted. So
That's what I have too, -5 for the Lakers. These numbers are pretty interesting. So they've met 426 times in the regular season, with 257 being won by the Lakers and 169 by the Golden State Warriors. They've met 35 times in the playoffs. The Lakers have won 24 and Golden State has won 11. Most of their recent wins coming, when they had the Splash Bros and all of them and KD and crew.
yeah.
But yeah, and right now my pick for this game, I think this is where the bus stops for Steph. I really like the Lakers in this case. They're gonna come out and actually probably really prove a statement because they had to play in the play in game. So I think I'm picking the Lakers.
Yeah. Lakers are pretty upset about their positioning, man. I do think the most dangerous player on the planet is probably Steph Curry in a one-game scenario, just because his ceiling. I think you can kind of say what LeBron's going to do.
Very
He might
true.
do like 25, 26. He might give you 26, 8 and 7 or 8 and 8 or something like that. You can kind of know his stat line. Steph is unpredictable. If he gets hot, it's going to get crazy. I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to go with the safer bet because when I am putting my money up, I'm going to make sure that I'm all right with that. So I'm going to go with the safer bet, which is LA Lakers, because I do realize it's Golden State has a ceiling, but I think the Lakers will be able to match that intensity. So I got Lakers winning as well as Cody, and we got them advancing to play the number 2 seed, which is the Phoenix Suns. Jay Reeves, who do you got in this game?
Oh man, it's like I want to say this is a tricky game, but I really don't think it is, man. I think we got the Lakers here. We're all in agreement. With that being said, man, I think it's just a little bit too much on the inside. Golden State doesn't really have a physical presence on the inside. Even when they had James Wiseman, he was still kind of young, still a little bit soft. With Andre Drummond coming in and Anthony Davis, I think it just may be too much for Golden State to handle. And this could potentially be a blowout.
Yeah, it could get uncomfortable for them. They don't have the big men to hold that down. I remember when I was watching that game on Sunday, seeing them really struggling with Valanciunas. He was getting a ton of second chance points, ton of offensive rebounds and whatnot. And I can just imagine that double with the athleticism of AD and then the rebounding and defensive presence of the other AD, Andre Drummond. So we're all in agreement. So we got Lakers advancing to face the Suns, and then that means all of us have Golden State. going to take on the team that won the play-in game, which was Memphis for me and Cody, and San Antonio for Jay Reeves. Jay Reeves, are you going to keep riding the Spurs, or are you going to switch over to the Warriors? Hello?
What the hell are you talking about? I'm confused.
All right, so after the play-in game, so the 9 and 10, everybody's confused. This play-in game is new, so you know what I'm saying. So
I take the
the
Warriors.
9 and
I take
10
the Warriors. I see what you're saying. I take the Warriors.
Okay, so yeah, so you got the Warriors facing the San Antonio Spurs, and now you're gonna switch that regardless of the point spread. You're gonna lead with the Warriors to advance. Cody, are you going to take the Memphis Grizzlies or the Warriors? Are you muted or are you frozen?
Well, I picked the Lakers.
Memphis.
I picked
Yeah, I know, but then the losers of that game goes and plays the winners of the other game for the last playoff spot and the chance to face the number one team in the West, which is
Okay.
the Utah Jazz.
This is okay.
You guys follow me? You guys here with me?
I was
All right, I know this is
I'm
difficult for all of us.
confused,
All right.
So in that case, I would still pick Golden State then to beat Memphis and go on to play in that
All right, well,
final playoff.
because I had like a whole bunch to say on this game, and I was gonna like deep dive and do all this shit, but y'all just was so confused. Y'all just ruined that whole thing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say Warriors as well. In the Eastern Conference, we ended up with the 7th and 8th team in the playoffs. In the Western Conference, we had the 7th and 8th team. So maybe next year this play-in game will be not needed. You know what I'm saying? If it just ends up turning out chalk like we have all predicted it. So we'll just see how it goes, man. And that's just us going against that. But when it's you against the sports book, the bucket list has your back.
Buckets.
What's going on, world? It's your boy VO the Face. We go punch right back in after that last clip. We did our play-in game projections, where all of us came to the same conclusion that the Warriors and the Lakers will be moving on. This show will be full of spicy takes because either way you go, we're talking about LeBron losing in the first round. Or we're talking about Steph going home, or we're talking about a possible number 1 and number 2 seed both getting eliminated from the same playoffs. Are we about to get a little spicy? Maybe. I'm here with my co-host and my co-chefs. I got my sous chef Silly C with me. What's up, man?
What up? It's your boy. Yeah.
Yeah,
and I got the man over there baking up the desserts because he gonna help you with the cake. Jay Reeves the gambler.
Yo, let's go.
Let's giggity go, man. We finally got back into a format that we could recognize. Here's our slate of games, man. In the 1 versus 8 seed, we got the Utah Jazz taking on the Golden State Warriors. Jay Reeves, what do you think about this game?
Oh man, it really shouldn't be that tough, man. But
It really shouldn't.
is Donovan Mitchell coming back for this? He would have to, right?
I think it's like an all hands on deck situation. I think
You
they
would have
rested him
to.
longer. Yeah, I think they rested. And playoff Mitchell's no joke. So,
Man, I don't know, man. I got to get my Kenny G on, man, and give it up to the Jazz, man.
man, so you think the Jazz got the rock and roll to send home the Warriors? Silly C, who you got advancing out of that 1 versus 8 seed matchup, the Utah Jazz versus the Golden State Warriors?
Ooh, that one's going to be a nice little game. Right now, I have Donovan Mitchell's a game time decision.
He playing.
I think
Yeah.
he's playing.
Yeah, all hands on deck. It's the playoffs. Playoff spider.
They don't have enough middle inside presence like we were talking about before, I think, to be able to handle Utah. And if Mitchell comes back and they have an outside threat like that, it could be lights out for them. I'm going to pick Utah to win that series.
Yeah, Utah has been on fire from downtown. However, where they excel is paint defense. They really don't have great perimeter defense. I do think Seth survives in advance. I'm going to take the Warriors to upset the Jazz in the very rare ever so often 8 upset the number 1 seed game, but the Warriors have done it before. I mean,
What?
them old Warriors, man, with Barnes. You know, we was talking about Matt Barnes earlier, and Baron Davis and Steven Jackson. Man, they knocked out the Dallas Mavericks at the 8 seed. You know what I'm saying? I think the Warriors are gonna knock out that. I said this show is full of spice, and I was not gonna lie to you guys,
You
man.
are
So,
one spicy individual.
oh man, it's
Jesus.
about to be hot, caliente. All right, man. All right, man. We go into the next game on the slate, which is the ducking and hiding Los Angeles Clippers at the 4 seed, taking on the number 5 seed of the Dallas Mavericks. I'll go ahead and kick this one off, man. I can't believe that the Clippers were so afraid of the Lakers that they tanked the last 2 games. They lost to Oklahoma City Thunder team that is like 1-22 in its last 23 games, and they found a way to lose it. Before that, they lost to a Houston Rockets team that has been miserable the second half of the season. Pretty much since they traded Dre Harden, they just been dreadful, and it's just been horrible. And the Clippers found a way to lose to both of them, tanking to the 4 seed, giving the Nuggets the 3rd seed, and putting us in a slightly tougher matchup, as well as avoiding the Lakers at this particular scenario. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I'm going to say, man, scared money don't make no money. The Dallas Mavericks banged these fools' head last playoffs, and I think they get the job done this time. Early exit for people that are soft like the Los Angeles Clippers. You're out of here. You're out of here, bro. We ain't going no
Wow.
chalk today. I'm cooking with pepper. I'm cooking with pepper, man. All right,
That
man.
boy is out of there.
Out of here, man. That shit's soft, man. That shit's soft. Who avoids a team who
That
does
shit
something
is
like
soft.
that,
That
man?
shit
That's
is
just
soft.
so soft. I ain't never seen that before in my life.
Hey,
Who you got in that game? The Clippers or the Mavericks?
it is soft, but it's strategic. Plus, you
It
know they got
is strategically soft, like throwing in a dryer sheet. That's what them
yeah,
niggas did, throwing a dryer sheet.
man. But you know they got Mister 70%. I mean, he plays 70% of the games and no more. Not a game more.
This is why
So
they got Kawhi, was
yeah,
for the playoffs.
yeah. So they got him for this reason, and I think in this case, Dallas isn't going to have near enough to stand with them. They're going to need a bunch of Luca luckiness for them to be able to even stay with them. I'm gonna pick the Lakers to win, and I pick them to win it in 5.
All right, so he said he would go with the Lakers, but I'm pretty sure he meant the
I mean
Clippers. So
Clippers.
he's
I know
gonna
what he
go
meant.
with the Clippers in 5. So I knew what you was talking about, but you know I'm a jerk. Man, I went with the Mavericks. You went with the Clippers. Jay Reeves, do you want to pick in this game?
Well, on the serious price, they currently have the Clippers sitting at minus 430. And they have the Dallas Mavericks sitting at plus 320. So if
Mm,
you're really going to go with Dallas, I suggest you sprinkle something on that. But when we talk about strategy, I want to take it back to the day in the Charleston place where we got involved in a little arm wrestling. I went up
mm.
against Matt and destroyed him. I
Yeah,
went up
I'm no
against
good. You watch your mouth. I'm about to mute you. Can I kick this nigga out? Go ahead. I'm done.
I went up against Cody, and literally I could bench press both of these fools. But Cody had that strategy where he snapped the hell out of my wrist, and I went down like a weak ass baby lamb. With that being
Oh,
said,
man.
I like the Clippers strategy and what they're doing, and it is some punk ass shit, man. But they're about to blow the cheeks off the Dallas Mavericks. Better yet, snap their wrists.
All right, man. Well, y'all both some hoes, man. Hey, man, already this shit getting spicy because I got Mavs versus Golden State Warriors. Both of you guys have the Jazz taking on the LA Clippers. Two very intriguing matchups, but we'll leave that for later. Let's dive into the next game where we got my Denver Nuggets, my Denver Nuggets, my Denver Nuggets. I said it 3 times just to let you know that even if we say it 3 times, we still coming back. 3-1, baby. That's how we do that shit, taking on the Portland Trailblazers, man. We did come back on this team last year. I'm just going to lie with my heart on this one, man. I know I've been choosing underdogs, but I'm going to buck the trend on this one. Denver Nuggets. Gentlemen sweep. better team. We're gonna get it popping. Freaking Jay Reeves, what you about to spice it up? You gonna get your first underdog pick of the day? Jay Reeves, talk to me.
So they got the series price set at minus 115 for the Denver Nuggets and minus 105 for the Portland Trailblazers. Damn man, currently I don't know what time it. Oh, that's right, it's Dame time. I'm sorry guys, it's like way too much firepower here for me to be biased and roll with the home team Denver Nuggets. CJ McCollum, Carmelo Anthony, Yusuf Nurkic is about to give y'all problems. Norman Powell. I think this is going to be another year where Dame Dollar is waving you guys goodbye.
Man, that would be tough, man. I'm so excited for the playoff shit. I was watching a little teaser trailer, man. And, man, I'm just hyped for it. Silly C, he rained on my parade. Please tell me you're gonna be my ray of sunshine and save this a little bit.
Man, I'm a Nuggets fan. I'm to the
I
death.
feel like this is about to end with some bullshit. I feel like this is one of those no
Can
disrespect.
you let that man speak?
No, I can't, because I can't deal with this shit.
It's
My
your
heart is
boy.
heavy.
Yeah,
Go.
it's your boy.
I'm shutting off my mic.
So part of the problem is we have no Murray. If we had Murray, I feel like we'd have a chance. But they have now a Carmelo Anthony who's playing some good ball. They have Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is back. We don't have the team that can guard them or compete with them. I think I'm gonna say the Trailblazers win this, and they'll probably get it in 6.
Man, that's
Spicy.
so gross, man. That's so gross to hear you say that. All
That
right,
boy
man.
popping like a jalapeno
It ain't
pepper.
even spicy. Y'all done fucked up the whole
I'm just
recipe,
hoping
man.
I'm right.
Let's get into
I'm
this
wrong.
next
I'm
game.
just
Let's
hoping
get it.
I'm wrong.
All right, man. Well, I'm hoping you wrong too for all the right reasons. But damn, Cody, me and you done bumped heads on every single winner so far. Well, somebody got to be wrong. Let's go into this last game and see if we can finally come to an agreement. We got the Phoenix Suns at the 2 seed hosting the 7 seed LeBron Lakers. Cody, I'm gonna start with you to see where
Oh
your
no.
head's lying on this. We got Chris Paul taking on his banana boat friend LeBron. Who's gonna win it?
Ooh, this one's an interesting one. Phoenix been playing hard all year, but this is when the Lakers is gonna get full steam, and I see them coming in and upsetting Phoenix and going on.
Man, that's gonna be a tough one, man. And freak it out though if this has ever happened. But I'm gonna agree with you. I don't think ever in the history of mankind has this many upsets taken place. I did go with one overdog, but in the first round, I'm taking the Golden State Warriors. I'm taking the Dallas Mavericks, taking my Denver Nuggets, and I'm going to side with the Los Angeles little flop Lakers to take on us in the semifinals. It'll be a Western Conference Finals rematch from last year. So that's what I got. Jay Reeves, what do you got?
We would all have to be in agreement on this one, barring any setbacks to LeBron James, because LeBron James is the key, and he continuously keeps rolling his ankle. I think there is something wrong there. Barring any setbacks, I have to take the Lakers in this position.
All right, man. So everybody got their whole thing filled out, man. But that's just us going against one another. When it's you against the sports book, the bucket list has your back. All right, now we into it.
This shit's going a little smoother than last night.
Yeah, because I'm just seeing it better. That shit was like the Matrix last night. I wasn't even lit. Like actually, I'm kind of sipping more tonight. Freaking but that shit was like I was just like all in my head and it fucked me up in the first segment. And then I was like, nigga, none of that shit even matters because everybody's about to go with the number 1 and number 2 team. Like I spent all that time doing all those mental backflips and nigga, everybody, do you guys need water, bathroom break, anything? We're about to go
No,
into
I'm
our
ready to
final
keep.
four because we're gonna discuss my games I have, and then we're gonna discuss you two who landed on the same game. So you guys got the Jazz taking on the Clippers and LA versus Portland. I've got Denver versus LA and Mavs versus Golden State. So fucking
Jesus, your bracket's about to be majorly busted.
cream pie, nigga. Y'all niggas about to get cream pied.
His bracket's going to be either really good or really bad.
God no, man.
I mean, he's gonna either look like a major genius or just like the host that he is.
Oh no. Well, I mean, at this point, the superstars of your team that could come out the West is Donovan Mitchell, who Jay Reed said was better than Luca. Fucking Los Angeles, it'll be Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James, or Dame Lillard. So you guys got a pretty star pack. Out of my shit, I got Jokic, the MVP, and LeBron, Luca, and Steph Curry. So. All right, what's going on, world? It's your boy VO the Face back in the building. We got our Western Conference semifinals all figured out. Even though we in disagreements, we still about to discuss them. You guys came to the same conclusion, which is kind of similar to your Eastern Conference pick, which was all chalk. We'll go into this one talking about mine first since I'm the solo one and I'm selfish and I'm the host, so I get to direct the show. When it's you against the sports book, the bucket list got your back. Let's get this shit popping. The games that I have remaining are the Denver Nuggets hosting the LA Lakers or the Dallas Mavericks hosting the Golden State Warriors. Cody, in that scenario, who do you got, the Mavs or the Warriors?
Well, I wouldn't pick either of those teams because they're not even
Well, you
in
didn't pick
mine.
them to get here. You didn't pick them to get here. But in fantasy land, which is my land, who do you got, man?
The
Denver
war.
hosting LA or Mavericks hosting Golden State?
I would definitely go with the Lakers and Golden State.
Damn, so you got a play-in rematch, man, of the freaking play-in game. So you had the 7th and 18th making it all the way to the Western Conference Final in your picks. Jay Reeves, how would you have that one shaping out? Denver hosting LA and Dallas hosting Golden State.
Well, like Cody said, I would never pick this. So I guess I'd have to pick Denver to lose for the second round in a row, and then I guess I just roll with Golden State.
Man, so both y'all got rematches of the play-in game, man. In that scenario, and I know it's make believe because these aren't your picks. Who do you guys have advancing to the NBA Finals? Golden State or the Los Angeles Lakers? Jay Reese,
The Lakers.
Lakers as your Western Conference pick. I wonder if that's forewarning of where we might be going with who you picked. Cody, who you got advancing out of that series?
Lakers, they're too much
Uh,
fun.
well, I wonder if that's forewarning on where y'all would pick. Just to let you guys know where I stand on that. Denver versus LA in the rematch. If LA advances to the semifinals, it's going to be problematic for the team that they face because they're going to start getting healthy. LeBron and AD will probably only get back to like 80, 90%, and they'll be in full stride 80, 90% when we see them. And I do think that might be where Denver falls again. So I don't want to say it, but I'm gonna have LA advance into the Western Conference Finals. Out of the Mavs and Golden State, I think Porzingis doesn't hold up, and then you have the same thing. Dag nabbit, man. We all have play-in rematches, but in my scenario, with all the light skin bashing that Kwame Brown provided us earlier in the show, I'm gonna go ahead and just go with Steph, man. So that puts me at Golden State versus the Brooklyn Nets. You'll have to hear who I'm going to pick and how many games in that. But my finals are locked in. I can't believe it worked out like that. I really didn't even see it when I was walking through it. But that was just me. So we're going to go to your guys' game, which you guys were both in agreement on. You guys had the number 1 team in the West taking on the number 4 team Cowards in the West, the LA Cowards. I mean, the LA Clippers. Who do you guys got winning that game, the Jazz or the Clippers?
I think that one's going to be a very interesting game. Uh, but with that being said, they have somebody who's done it before, who's won. I think that the
Who? Who
Clippers are
does?
gonna. I think the Clippers are gonna go in and beat the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, they do have Kawhi Leonard, man, who's proven it at two different locations that he can bring his team to the at least the conference finals and even further. Jay Reese, who do you got advancing in this game?
Did
The
it with Fat
lowly
Knee.
hit him with Fat Knee, man. Yeah, he hit him
No,
with
he
Fat Knee.
he did it with Fat Knee. I mean,
Yeah,
come
he
on
did it
now.
with Fat Knee Laurie, man. You know, that's a ton to carry, and that's a lot of weight for any man to have on their shoulders. But let's go ahead and push it into your picks, Jay Reeves, which is the Jazz versus the Los Angeles Clippers. Who do you have winning that game?
Man, if he could do it with Fatney, he better for damn sure be able to do it with PG. You know what I'm saying? So I would definitely have the Clippers. Not I wouldn't say wax these fools. It may go to game 7 and it's gonna be a real tough battle, real tough uphill battle, but I don't know. I think they could possibly get it in 6. I just don't
Man.
think Utah's mentally tough.
Well, I mean, freaking, with you guys kind of being aligned, you know, and me being different. If I lose, I just lose, and if y'all lose to me, then y'all just lose. But to settle the debate amongst you guys, I'm gonna need a game count. Cody, how many games you got this series going? Jazz versus Clippers, and you had the Clippers advancing.
Say that one more time.
How many games you got this series going? Jazz versus Clippers, and you had the Clippers
I,
advancing. How many games?
I'm thinking this will go probably to 6, and
Six.
yeah, yeah.
All right, Jay Reeves. You want to set an over under for games since so you could use the point five to kind of defer with them because I think I heard you say six earlier.
I said 6. I kind of just want to stand on that. I'm not trying to be in agreement, but I mean,
You all
pretty much
good,
think
man.
alike.
That's not gonna help us with any future tiebreakers, but maybe your guys' next part of your bracket will. We'll go into the next part of your bracket, which is the Los Angeles Lakers, a seed, a 7 seed, upsetting the Suns in the first round, visiting the Portland Trailblazers, the 6 seed, upsetting the 3 seed Nuggets in the first round. This is the underdog matchup. Which dog is gonna bite here?
The LA Lakers on mines all day long. And I would have to say that Dame will probably push them to 7 games, man. Like most definitely. But the Lakers is just a powerhouse, man. And I think once they get healthy, all on track, they're just going to be an unstoppable force. So I'm definitely going with the Lakers here.
All right, man. You got the Lakers advancing to battle the little brothers of the division, which is the Clippers. And we're going to bring it to my big brother. Who do you got in that one, Lakers or Portland?
This one's another interesting game. They're going to be in Portland though, so in that case, Dame's definitely going to push them, but I don't know if he's going to have enough. I definitely give them a chance with their depth, but I'm still going to say the Lakers beat them, and I'm thinking possibly 6. It might go to 7 though.
Well, I'm going to need game counts from you guys because you guys are in agreement for your
6.
Western Conference final. Cody's going to take 6 first. Jay Reeves, are you still riding coattails or was that just for the last pick?
No, man. What you said, riding coattails? I said 6 first.
Well, you said 6 first, kind of, you know. Bam! Bam! You still riding coattails, man. How many games is the series going?
I'm gonna say 7.
You didn't say 7. All right, so we got our tiebreaker
Uh,
in place, you guys. That will be a solid series from two classic teams. I'm gonna actually ask you guys who you guys got advancing to the NBA Finals. Both of you guys chose Brooklyn out the Eastern Conference. Cody, who's gonna take on Brooklyn? LA Clippers or LA Lakers?
this is another one that's. I mean, I feel like the Clippers have some revenge, just not really towards the Lakers, just to prove that they can do it.
They
To
tried to
have
avoid him
me,
and they got him anyways.
yeah. So they would get them in that case, anyways. And I don't think they're gonna have enough. I'm saying the Lakers will be going in to play Brooklyn, like we all probably knew at the beginning of the season.
All right, and Jay Reeves, what do you think? You have this game going. You have this series going 7 games. What do you think, man?
7 games? No, 6 games. The big brother, the LA Lakers. I know, man. We hella chalky on you. You came out spicier than the goddamn jalapeno pepper tonight. I mean, I hope that gets to show some more views, but man, we keeping it chalky as hell over here. The Los Angeles Lakers in 6.
Well, I mean, that's not even too chalky because the Los Angeles Lakers had been outlined in chalk. They're the 8th seed. That would be an upset if the Lakers made it all the way to the NBA Finals. But even though you're wrong, I'm not going to hold that against you. You know what I'm saying? So both you guys have the Lakers advancing. I need game totals from you guys. Jay Reeves, you said 6. Cody, how many games you got the Lakers going against the Clippers for?
I want to say 5.
5,
I'm
gentlemen,
getting
sweep.
spicy. Yep,
Gentlemen, sweep. All right, man. So both of you guys got the Lakers going against Brooklyn Nets. We will review these picks on Saturday, as well as talk about our championship picks. But thanks everybody for tuning in. Remember, this is the Bucket List. When it's you against the sports book, the Bucket List got your back.
Buckets.
I had to wait for the whisper, but I was gonna say make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click the link below. Jay Reese thought we was all done, but we ain't done, man. Good shit from you guys. I got game totals. I got everything put in. One thing I didn't say that I kind of stomped on the headline is who I would pick in your guys' scenario. So you guys had the I think I had the Clippers facing the Lakers as well with your guys' scenario. And with that, I got the Lakers going in. And I'm going to say 4-game sweep just because I can't stand a cupcake Clippers. So, yeah, that was my take on that, man. But that's just us going against each other. When it's you against the sports, but the Bucket List has your back.
Buckets again.
Perfect.